There's a storm quietly brewing in New England, and it's got all the markings of a classic NFL soap opera. At the center of it all, none other than rookie quarterback Drake Maye, the Patriots' highly touted future under center and wide receiver. STEFON Diggs, the controversial and undeniably talented veteran recently brought over in a move that shocked the league. The rumor mill has been churning for days, and if the whispers are true, we might be witnessing the start of one of the most unexpected quarterback-receive breakups in recent memory before the duo ever played a single down together in a regular season game. Sources close to this situation have started to suggest that Drake Maye has voiced serious reservations about sharing the field or the locker room with Diggs. While the exact nature of Maye's alleged comments hasn't been confirmed, insiders say it wasn't subtle. Apparently, he said point blank that he's not playing another snap with STEFON Diggs. That's a direct quote being floated around league circles. Now, whether that's an emotional outburst, locker room politics, or something deeper remains to be seen, but it has certainly set the NFL world on fire with speculation theories and plenty of hot takes. The timing of this alleged fallout couldn't be worse for the Patriots, who are desperately trying to rebuild their identity post-Belichick and post-Brady. With Jerod Mayo stepping in as head coach and a new offensive system being implemented, chemistry is everything right now. This was supposed to be a fresh chapter, a clean slate. Bringing in STEFON Diggs, while risky, was seen as a bold move to give their rookie quarterback a true number-one target. It was a calculated risk, hoping that Diggs' veteran presence and elite route running would speed up Maye's development and give the offense some spark. But now that vision might be unraveling before it even begins. If Maye truly said those words and stands by them, the Patriots front office is suddenly facing a massive dilemma. Do you side with your promising rookie quarterback who's expected to be the face of your franchise for the next decade, or do you try to salvage a relationship with a volatile but game-changing receiver who's already had rocky exits from both Minnesota and Buffalo? There's no easy answer, but the ripple effects from this could echo through the entire AFC East and beyond. Let's not forget that STEFON Diggs is no stranger to drama. His time in Buffalo ended with friction between him and Josh Allen, and it didn't help that his body language on the sidelines often made headlines. The guy wears his emotions on his sleeve, sometimes to his own detriment. That passion can be magnetic when things are going well, but when adversity hits, it can be combustible. Now imagine introducing that dynamic into a Patriots locker room, where a young, still learning quarterback like Maye is trying to establish himself. If there was already tension in mini camps or closed-door meetings, you can bet it didn't take long for the fuse to shorten. Word is that Maye felt undermined or disrespected, possibly over communication issues or perceived lack of support. Whatever the specifics, multiple voices close to the organization claim that Maye's frustration reached a tipping point. And if that frustration is indeed manifesting as a refusal to play alongside Diggs, the Patriots could be staring down the barrel of a full-blown media circus when training camp heats up. It's the kind of story that can define a team's narrative all season long. What's fascinating here is how swiftly this potential conflict has risen to the surface. We're not even deep into training camp yet, and already the rookie chemistry appears fractured. Some analysts speculate that it may stem from Diggs' strong personality overwhelming the more reserved, methodical Maye. Others hint at incidents during OTA letters where Diggs allegedly voiced frustrations about Maye's decision-making or timing. One report, still unconfirmed, mentions a heated exchange during a team walkthrough where voices were raised and things nearly got physical. That's the kind of moment that doesn't stay hidden for long in today's hyper-connected sports world. If true, it paints a picture of a volatile partnership before the season even begins. And with cameras and microphones about to descend upon Foxborough in the coming weeks, every movement, every glance, and every nonverbal cue between these two players will be scrutinized. If the Patriots thought they were flying under the radar during this rebuild, this rumor just torpedoed that plan. Now everyone's watching, and the question on everyone's mind is, can this be fixed? There's also an interesting power dynamic at play here. Drake Maye isn't just another rookie, he's a top 3 draft pick, a quarterback handpicked to be the cornerstone of the franchise. That carries enormous weight. In today's NFL, young QBs are often given more latitude and influence than ever before. Just look at how franchises have bent over backward to keep their young stars happy, whether it's Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, or even CJ Stroud in Houston. If Maye has drawn a line in the sand regarding Diggs, it's unlikely he did so without believing he'd be backed by the coaching staff or upper management. He's the future. Diggs, on the other hand, despite his talent, is seen as a short-term solution, someone Who could elevate the offense now but might not be around in 3 years? And that could be the root of the tension if Diggs sensed that MAYE didn't fully respect his voice or presence, and MAYE sensed that Diggs was trying to assert too much influence too soon. Then this was a collision course from the start. And now it might be too late to turn the ship around. There's a scenario some insiders even believe it's likely, where this entire narrative has been overblown or perhaps even strategically leaked. The NFL is after all a masterclass in media manipulation. Teams leak information all the time to shape narratives, create leverage, or test public reaction. What if hypothetically this Drake May won't play with Diggs line came from someone trying to push the team toward a decision? Maybe an agent, maybe a staff member with an agenda. It wouldn't be the first time such a tactic was used. This could be less about personal animosity and more about control. If May's camp wants him to have a voice in how the offense is built, or who's catching passes, what better way to assert dominance than by floating the idea that there's tension? Conversely, it could be Diggs' people trying to preemptively frame him as a victim if things go sideways. However you slice it, the leak itself is intentional. And now it's out there, impossible to ignore. Whether true, exaggerated, or completely false, the court of public opinion has already begun deliberating. Patriots fans are understandably divided. Some are already rallying behind May, seeing him as the clean-cut, hard-working young leader who shouldn't have to deal with drama this early in his career. Others argue that if Diggs can still perform at a Pro Bowl level, then May needs to adapt and earn his stripes. There's also a growing contingent of fans who blame the front office for even creating this powder keg. Why bring in a combustible personality like Diggs into such a delicate situation? Was the upside worth the potential chaos? Remember, this isn't the first time New England has gambled on a controversial receiver. Think Randy Moss, think Antonio Brown, but those were different times, different QBs, different leadership. Today's Patriots are trying to reinvent themselves, and the margin for error is razor thin. If this partnership implodes, it's not just a personnel issue. It's a reflection on the entire vision for the franchise. And in the hyper-competitive AFC, a misstep like this could set them back years. It's that serious, and everyone knows it. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. What's next? That's the million-dollar question. Officially, the Patriots haven't said a word about the rumor. No denials, no confirmations, just radio silence, and that silence is deafening. Usually when a team wants to squash a false narrative, they do it fast and emphatically. So far, we've seen none of that, which only fuels the belief that there's some truth to the story. If May and Diggs aren't speaking, or worse, if one has actually requested a trade, then the organization has a major PR nightmare on its hands. Training camp is right around the corner, and the media availability will be relentless. If these to walk onto the field and don't interact, if they sit on opposite sides of the bench, if Diggs starts missing practices, or May throws more to the second string, all of that will be dissected frame by frame. The Patriots might try to downplay it, but at this point the toothpaste is out of the tube. Something is clearly off behind the scenes, and it's only a matter of time before it boils over publicly. In a strange way, this could be a defining moment for Drake May's leadership. Whether he meant those words or not, this rumor has placed him squarely in the spotlight. How he responds both on and off the field will shape how teammates, fans, and analysts perceive him. If he embraces the challenge and finds a way to work with Diggs, that'll earn him enormous respect. But if he digs and refuses to compromise or starts showing visible frustration, that could raise concerns about his maturity. And for Diggs, this might be his last shot at rewriting the narrative around his personality. If he can prove he's willing to mentor, collaborate, and support a young QB, it could be redemptive. But if he pushes back or creates more drama, he might find himself on the outside, looking in sooner than expected. Both men have something to prove.